Hey everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope your week got off to a good start. It's a good start here. It's a little bit gray today, but no problem with that. I've just been up, out and about, doing a few errands and getting organized for the week, and I thought it was time to do a video. Today I want to talk about the easiest way to do a raw food diet, transition and all. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you go down there and hit that red subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. The easiest way to do a raw food diet. This is going to be, once again, this is not, somebody asked me a question. It was a very valid question. It got me to thinking, asked me something about doing a Q&A. And I was thinking, I'm more of a method guy. Like I'm more about the method, the process than I am all the nuts and bolts. There's a lot of people out there that are better explaining that type thing. And I like to send people to people like that, because I'm always like, why go to a student when you can go to the professor, or even further up you can go to the guy that read the book, you know. When I first started doing this channel, I started researching some of these serious subjects, you know, depending on dealing with supplementation and the protein and this and that. But I'm like, why? Why try to memorize, take notes, and regurgitate what professionals say so well? So the person my number one recommend that I always give, and this is just my personal, that's different from other people, is Brenda Davis. Two best books out there are by her, and she's got a partner too. Her partner is Greek, and I can never say those long last Greek names, but she's got a book, they both have a book, Becoming Vegan, and then their second book is Becoming Raw. Fantastic books. They're like a Rolodex, who's who. I guess I could sit and answer questions and just like have my iPad with my Kindle and just roll through there. But it's it's really good answers. So I like to send people, you know, for the nuts and bolts of a plant-based diet. And I like to talk about a plant-based diet too. I think people need to actually read some of the stuff and absorb some of the stuff out there that's not necessarily coming from all the raw people, because there are some well-spoken and logical raw people, but you can get caught up in a lot of woo-woo when it comes to that. To size it up, you know, some of you players will get this one. I'm like your side piece when it comes to this stuff. I'm fun, but I probably won't meet all your needs. So just keep me on the side and have your main squeezes that you go to for actual information on this stuff. Now I'm just kind of covering a range. This isn't actually a transition, although the same method would apply to transition. Go check I'll tell you what, I'll try to do my best to remember either in the description below, or if I can link it here. I've got a whole playlist of transition videos. And a lot of them are just basically different ways of saying the same thing or trying to lead people to a process in a certain way. And for me, it's all about the method. And I think you can use this method for a number of things. You could use this method just to become plant-based. You could use this method to become fully raw. You can use this method in a lot of different ways. It's always worked very well for me, that instead of just doing something really hardcore and making a drastic change, you know, all of a sudden. And it's basically addition and subtraction. It's simple addition and subtraction. Listen, I've mentioned this a number of times before, and I'll stick to it. I prefer to see people, or I would like to see people, I think it's best, and I like it for myself, always going forward. Always going forward with your diet. This yo-yo stuff, it's not going to do you any good. It's not getting you anywhere, and you're just, and you know, there's a lot of yo-yo people out there that are just wasting people's time. They know they're going to yo-yo forever. They don't listen. They watch a lot of people, and I'm talking about other people too. I'm talking mostly about other people. I hear people all the time. They listen and they watch all these people. I know people that have talked about, well, I've been watching so-and-so for 3 years. You haven't applied it. You haven't done anything. This isn't like osmosis from watching YouTube. You're not going to just magically watch enough raw food videos or plant-based diet videos, and one day it's going to be like, poof, oh well, and you're just going to wake up and I'm there. Yeah, you got to get in there, work with it, you know, do the work, do it yourself, personalize it. Take other people's knowledge, take other people's suggestion, take other people's information, and make it your own. People aren't going, you know, you're not going to get where you want to go as quickly if you're just waiting around for people to hold your hand all the time. And the method I like the most, like I say, always moving forward, never, never, never moving backwards. Now, it's going to happen, I know. And when it does happen, I'm not saying you should freak out or beat yourself up, but don't do it. Just don't do it in the first place. And I'll tell you how you can keep from doing that. Stop being so cocky. Stop being like this arrogance of, I can do this. So-and-so's doing it. I can do it. I'll go cold turkey. I'll do this and that, and failing. When I say don't go backwards, you might think of that as a little bit heavy-handed, but no, don't go backwards, but only move forward. In other words, don't try to jump too far forward. You may not be ready for that. That's not going to work for you. So I'd rather just baby steps. But people use that phrase, baby steps, just kind of as an excuse. I hear baby steps all the time, and to me, I'm translating like, yeah, blah, 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 BS. You're not going to do anything. You're going to keep talking about this 2 years, 3 years from now, baby steps. But I don't mind if it's slow, but always actually be progressing, be moving forward. And it could be simple addition and subtraction. Think of how the easiest way to do this lifestyle is addition and subtraction. Add some every day, take away some every day. Add more of the good, take away more of the bad. It may be one little thing. It may be one little thing. I don't know. You may start on the standard American diet, and you know, it might be, you might have to just, I would say definitely do that. Go vegan, go plant-based. Do that above and before anything. Work out the raw stuff after you've actually gone plant-based and you're solid and I'm plant-based. But just do it little by little. If you don't like these things, or if people in groups are worrying you shouldn't be eating this or that, cut out one. Don't cut out 5 things this week. Cut out the one thing, you know, and add one thing. Maybe you don't even eat fruit. Some people out there that come to this lifestyle, they've never eaten fruit before. I had never eaten fruit in the quantities that I have, so it took a while, and I slowly added more in, and I started putting 2 and 2 together in this old senile, feeble brain of mine, which only works in a very basic, childlike way, and I start going, huh, okay, like, you know, this is starting to add up here. And don't bite, like I say, don't bite off more than you can chew. If you're just listen, if in, let's say in 1 week, let's say you're really a slow progressor. If you just got rid of one thing, and if you got rid of one bad thing, added one healthy thing, you've moved forward. You've moved forward. Now, okay, I'm being a little ridiculous there. You can probably do a little, I'm not saying you got to crawl an inch forward and it's like 4 years before you get there, but you know, do it at a comfortable pace for you. I was doing this, what am I trying to say, body weight program a couple of years ago before I had gotten back in the gym, just to kind of get back into it. And I liked that philosophy of progressions. Like you started, you know, like for push-ups, you started at a very ridiculous progression. You're up against the wall. Almost anybody can do that. And you get to where you can do a certain amount of this before you move on. Yes, the early stages were kind of ridiculous, but I learned, like, little by little, if you do a little more each day, you see progress. You see continuous progress. You see real progress. And like I said, and this is as real as it gets. You know, everybody gets excited about this lifestyle, and they see all the people that are so raw and, like, you know, they don't eat this and they don't eat that, and we don't put this in there and we don't use that ingredient. Don't blend it too much. It'll oxidize that blah. Excuse me. And they want to go straight to the top. They think they're going to go to that highest vibration right away, and they're just not ready for it. Most people are not ready for that. And, you know, I don't know, unless you just take people and club them over the head with the message. I don't know when they're going to get that. But unless you have some disease that is like chronic, about to kill you, you know, you're not, maybe you are, you know, some people disagree and say, yes, you are in a hurry. You need to get the, and yeah, you do need to get the bad stuff out of your life, but just, I'd rather you get there. I'd rather you get there. If it takes you a year to get there, let's say it took you a year to go from standard American diet to, we won't even say a fully raw, but just a very high, where you were eating a very clean, healthy version of a high raw. 1 year? 1 year? Now, if you're not dying of something, or if you don't have something that's just causing you unbelievable pain or whatever, what is a year? You know, I talked to so many people. They're like me. I didn't come to the, you know, a year ain't nothing to me. I started doing this lifestyle when I was 47 years old. So that means 47 freaking years. You know, well, I didn't drink for 47 years. I wasn't drinking in the bottle, but for 30 of those years, I drank hard. Pretty much my whole life, I ate things that weren't good for me as a kid. You know, I ate a lot of stuff that wasn't good for me. And even as an adult, that continued. So, you know, to me, to sum that up, so I come to this lifestyle at 47, a year's nothing compared to those 47 years. You know, I came into it fairly healthy. I didn't have any you know, any serious health problems, probably no real health problems. But I kind of went high raw right off the bat, but I wasn't really, it just kind of happened to be because of where I was and all the fruit I was getting. I wasn't fanatic about it. Anytime I wanted the cooked back then, I ate cooked. There were things that, you know, weren't as good for me, but I still ate those because I kind of understood, you know, I'm getting this thing down. But step by step, always going forward, and you know, addition and subtraction. It's as easy as that. People don't want to resonate with that. They'd rather see like a longer, complicated book or whatever. And I do, like I say, when I talk about the books, I'm not dissing them. You do need that information. Get that nutritional information. Take it in from a lot of different people and then decide what you believe. But as far as the method goes, the method is actually really easy if you will let it be. So anyhow, hope this made a little bit of sense to you today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.